There he went.
Oh, Four down.
Help! Dies. The house.
Too late. He banged the trucks hard into the bus. Toby stopped. All over. Now there'll be trouble. And he veered out of control, and the fat controller landed in a muddy ditch. Is up. Trucks plunged into the river. Forward and round.
Water tower. Duck shouted, but it was too late. Ow!
Cried James, what's happening? Crash! Bang! Wallop went. Oh, help! Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks. And coal dust, and he took off. His whistle shot off like a mighty rock. Fergus was covered in rocks. He down track through a pipe. There was a loud crash. There is deep snowdrift. Straight into Percy and over the road. Under the hopper. Cinder's engine coughed. Then it started to splutter. Black, smelly smoke billowed from his exhaust. Mavis started billowing smoke too. So do I. Soon, all the other diesels had broken down. Harry, Bert, even Salty had grabbed. Coal, Viv. Trucks hurtled into a siding. They slipped and fell all over the box. Splashed into the duck pond. Them very. It covered the fat controller. Thomas stopped with a jolt. Caused a big bump. He egged into a big pile of snow. Bumped into a truck. The truck rolled into a lever. The coupling broke. Thomas shot forward. Cocoa powder. Extra big shot. Thomas. But that night, a fierce storm swept through the island. It was the strongest wind the engines had ever known. It blustered and blew. The wind howled down the tracks and tore down the trees. pieces. It even blew Gordon's tent away. The wind blew all night long. So the suspension bridge twisted and shook in the gale. Then there was trouble. Paint pots flew into the bump. Soon the diesels and the steamies were biffing and banging and being bumped all over the island. The water tower crashed down a telegraph pole and they all could and the carriage until it was too late. But it was too... It rolled onto... There was another... The trucks bumped into the back of Thomas and suddenly the roof collapsed. Oh. His flatbed biffed into the sidings to a stack of roofing slate and smashed it into But it was too late. Push my buffers! Cried Per. Monty and Monty crashed into the lightning tree. They skidded off the track and into a ditch. But it was too late. The chimney rocked, the bricks crumbled, the workmen and the foreman took cover. Oliver and Thomas watched in amazement. Ouch! Oh! Oh! Ow!
Cat out of kittens with his scoop, and just in time. Meow, said the cat. Meow, meow, said the kitten.
The truck very hard. It bumped into the air. Then splash. Deus raced right off the track. Trucks collapsed. Pipes with a loud crunch.
To the buffers. Sticky taffy splattered buffers, and bright white flour flew poof
into a set of buffers. And he bashed into the barrier. Dusty jumped and he biffed his trucks in surprise. Flour bent so hard the buffers smashed and splashed into the canal. Late, Toby splashed through the puddle. Henrietta was covered from the way and to the buffers. Oh. But they crashed. The mud sprayed.
Toppled off the track. It smashed into the tower. As the tower crashed to the ground, crashed straight through the block tunnel. Thomas landed in a pool of water, a thick wall of bushes, bottom of the hill.
He hit the buffers, and the billboard, fulls of bunting went ever. The magnificent level crossing. It Stepney bashed into Emily. The cream churns crashed. The track started to sink. Emily was stuck to the ground. It burst. Train smashed straight into the... Thomas bashed in off the rails. Thomas and Diesel smashed Harry and Bert straight into them. The logs started his flatbed. Thomas clanked off the road, crashed into Duncan's, into Rusty's trucks. A sploosh and a splosh.
potato cars. drifted all over Tom. Crash.
Then it cracked to a muddy ditch. It's into a haystack. A pond.
Mavis dropped the crates. Bounced high in the air. Into a siding. Straight into the back of some slate trucks. Into Thomas. Gordon saw Thomas and his truck of firewood lifted high in the air.
The heavy flatbeds cracked its cover. The Joby wood tumbled out of Joby logs, crashed and smashed into the water. Plane snapped. The last flatbed of Joby was bounced to the buffers. Two freight cars jammed straight into the 4-6 freight to an old freight court, hit Mr. Bump the Bakers. And bumped the buffer. There was trouble. Cars back. He bashed them
To a stop.
a crunch and a crack.
In the shadows. Anger. Was a crane with a splash and a biff and a bash and a terrible smash. Bertie the bus towards Vic.
The Pistons as never before.
I crashed down.
And splash.
Big for the narrow gauge.
Rocky. Right onto Ed. A magnet dropped on straight into her. He hit the buffers. Right, he dropped it. He crashed and he battered right off the rail. Biffed and straight into diesel. Off the Rose bumped and well prize. It's cranky. But careful, engine. Blue. Help, Bill! The milk. The last coach couldn't stop and bumped. Trucks into the sea. Rivers. And some of them.
Trouble.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, hi, Thomas.
Percy to the rescue!
Whoa, what's that? What's going on? Oh no! Oh, I don't get it!
It's supposed to.
Look
I thought I was gonna go right over!
I feel a bit strange. I think I might be magnetic!